pace since 2019. You were in the building on night one. Now you've seen this team playing at Langley Events Centre, packed crowds, game in, game out. You've been here, you've done that. You recognize a lot of the players in this league, some alumni from University of Vermont, Trey Bell-Haynes also in this league. What's it been like to see the league grow, and what's it like to be back with the Bandits this year?
Yeah, no, it's been awesome, and I remember the first game like it was yesterday. It was an electric gym. Glad it's moved a little bit closer because the drive out to Abbotsford was a deep one. But no, it's been good. I've been a season ticket holder for the last 2 years, technically still this year as well. So I know this team in this league very well, but it's been awesome to see it grow, especially from growing up in Kelowna, living in Vancouver. So to see a team in a league grow this way has been awesome.
And then James, for yourself. James, started college, Lehigh, Boston College after that, made your pro debut with the Bandits, played the Czech national team in some World Cup qualifiers. What are you hoping to bring to the roster? Averaged roughly 15 and 7 in the first summer, but now you're feeling physically good, looking good as well. Training camp's underway. What's in store for this summer, and what do you want people to know about yourself?
Yeah, so this last season I actually took off. That was a very mentally and physically challenging time for me, but in that time I just really took that time to just get my body right, my mind right, and I'm starting to see, as my old Boston coach would say, the fruits of my labor. So I'm starting to feel really good in practice. My body's feeling the best it's ever felt. My mental, I got myself in a good rhythm. So personally, I'm just trying to, as a person that's already played in the CEBL, and you know, when I was playing the CEBL, we were a top team in the league. So I feel like I know what it's like to kind of have some success in the CEBL. So I'm trying to kind of give that some viewpoint from what we did that was successful, and like the mindset. Just to be a really big energy guy. Coach talked about the importance of physicality in this league, so I want to make sure I bring a really big physical presence as well. And just all that, you know, just make sure that we have a team that stays together, that, you know, good character guys, which I think we all have, and Coach did a good job recruiting that type of people. And yeah, just guys that are ready to work and hopefully bring home a championship. Actually, not hopefully, we will.
Diego, for yourself, obviously at the tail end of your sports career, you were with the Bandits last summer, made your first professional start, obviously, I believe it was June 3rd, you had a double-double, the game winner against Calgary, went back to UVic this past year, you were the #1 nationally ranked team, another year under your belt, and you have the U Sports MVP as well. Now that you've had a chance to play in the league, understand the physicality, had some success last summer, but still building blocks, how do you continue to grow your game, and what does it mean for university players to come into this league and potentially have an opportunity to make an impact?
I mean, first off, I'm glad to be back. It's nice to be away from Victoria for a bit in the summer, so I'm just excited to be here. I tried to get here a bit earlier this year just to kind of get some work in early, get my body right, get my mind right, and all that, and it's been successful. And yeah, I mean, I played a bit last year, had some fun. I think I'm taking the same approach of just learning as much as I can from these guys. They're the ones with experience in the pro level. I'm just new to this, so I'm trying to learn as much as possible from them, from the coaches, from media people, everyone around me. And I think it worked for me last year. I think just having that growth mindset towards the season is kind of what I'm looking forward to. And again, hopefully we'll have a better season than we did last year and win a championship, so I'm excited for that. And then what it means to you sports players, personally, I think it's a great building block towards whoever wants to make that next jump and make that next level. So for me, it's been great success. I think I went back, the game felt a bit slower, I felt faster, I felt like I could beat my defender, I felt like I could make plays easier, I could just see the game in a different lens. So I think for you sports players, they should take advantage of this. Even the guys that don't get drafted, we've seen come and practice with us, and taking that initiative to come out and just help us out has been helpful to us. So yeah, I think for you sports guys, I would encourage to take this pretty seriously as well.
I'll open up to the floor. Questions? JJ?
Diego, what was the biggest lesson you learned from the number one thing that you experienced?
There was a lot last season. I can't lie. I'd say just sticking with it and just keeping that positive mindset. I think especially in the pro level, I learned that a lot can happen, a lot can change in a matter of a day, so you never know what tomorrow's going to look like. So just staying ready, keep working, keep getting in the gym, getting your shots up, working out, all that. Just maintaining that positive mindset, I think, goes a long way, because as soon as you start going on the rabbit hole, then things start getting messy, for sure.
Okay. This question's for James. It's a two-part question. First off, you're obviously coming off of the year that you took off due to injury. How do you feel? I mean, you talked a bit about how you feel mentally, but how do you feel physically, and is there a part of your game that you look forward to this summer?
Yeah, for sure. Physically, I can't stress this enough, and it's so crazy, but this is like the best I've felt ever in my basketball career. Like up until I've been 13 to now, I was always a guy that was like had super tight muscles and stuff, and I think that led to a lot of just aches and random like pains, not really injuries. Like what I was suffering with was just some knee tendonitis, but it was just lingering and lingering and lingering. And at some point I was like, for me to have a successful career, I can't keep having this linger. So I really just spent a whole year just working on flexibility, working on strength training, isometrics, and all this stuff. And honestly, my body's feeling the best it's ever felt. Like all these little nagging injuries that I thought were just part of the game. I mean, coach even says it himself, you don't play a season without pain. Like I'm really pain-free right now. It's like the most amazing feeling ever. So what you can expect from me because of that is I'm probably the most explosive I've been in my life. Like I feel like every practice I'm dunking on somebody. And for me, that's just more entertaining. Honestly, my mindset is every game I'm expecting at least one highlight from myself where I'm just dunking on somebody or one dunk highlight because just the type of energy I'm feeling, just how my body's feeling. So that's how my mindset's driven right now.
Drew, how excited are you to go from watching the game to chance being on the court?
Yeah, that's a good question. Super exciting. I got the call not too long ago and jumped on it as soon as I could. I played in the first season. I took a good amount of time off to do the marketing thing. Still definitely doing the marketing thing. But I don't know, it's going to be super exciting. I'm loving going to be on the bench and not on the court in the seats. So I'm super excited. I think it's an absolute blessing. I'm going to jump on it and play as hard and as well as I can. Yeah.
What did you learn about this team? Just watch them as a fan.
I learned they run hard and they're big, and I know this team's aggressive and I know the league's aggressive, and so sitting there I can see it. Like having played at this level before, like it's super apparent that it's an aggressive, fast league, and so I think it's almost an advantage to be able to be that close to the game, watch it. I feel like I get to see it from that outsider's perspective. I know when I was at Vermont, I always would have loved to have watched those games live. It's like being able to watch from a bird's eye view, and I felt like I got that chance to do that, and so I think it's a little bit of an advantage going into it, but yeah, I'm super excited.
This question's for Diego. So your 3-point shooting last season, it was quite remarkable. Is that a part of your game you're hoping to keep as your main point, or are there other parts of your game that you worked on during the offseason?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I'm trying to bring other things to the table as well, but I mean, you've seen my game. I think the 3-point is always going to be my favorite thing to do, so I'm never going to stop doing that. But yeah, I'm trying to bring other things to the game. I'm trying to be more aggressive on defense. That's the main part. We've talked with the coaching staff and just in university too. So that's one part of the game that you might see a little more of this season. And yeah, just being able to play make, kind of off the ball screen. I love doing that. Throwing lobs at this guy right here. So it's easy to play with guys that are here that have that IQ that they know where the ball's going to go, and I just have to throw it and they're going to catch it. So I think just being able to play make, but the 3-point shot's always going to be my main area for sure.
I have one for Diego, one for Drew. So I'll go with Diego first after your mic. How does it feel to be kind of like the only sports player who's on a professional contract that's developmental, so signed, not really sports league? How do you feel about that pressure?
There's no pressure.
It feels good. I don't like to believe there's any pressure just because in my mind I think basketball is just a fun thing to do. I've always said that. I said that last year in the locker room too, in front of all the guys. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't think it's pressure. I just enjoy the moment, and I think it is very humbling. It is very. I'm blessed to kind of be that one that is not on the draft, I guess. And I want to thank Kyle for that as well, because he wanted to kind of expose that based on like my season last year and what I did in university. So I appreciate that. But yeah, no pressure at all. I just like having fun with it and just enjoying the moment as best I can.
Anyone else in the group?
For your, you have a successful marketing side. What made you make the switch and kind of like put that on pause, or if it is on pause in professional basketball?
Yeah, I'm super lucky to have a bunch of employees. So I have 25 employees currently who are running the entire thing. Summer's our slow season, so it works out pretty well for us. But it's, I mean, I've loved basketball my entire life, and definitely took a long pause and was not expecting to come back at all, but Kyle made the call and I jumped on it immediately as soon as I could. But yeah, I definitely could not have done this if I didn't have the team that I have currently. And so still definitely running. I'm super lucky that the 3 months that this is happening during is slower in the e-commerce space. And so yeah, I've enjoyed every second of it, and hopefully I can continue running that agency on the side while this happens and nothing goes wrong.
Beauty. All right, thanks guys. And bringing up our last wave of interviews for the day, we have